Okay. We are ready to roll here on singles. Got Trace Kane and Brian Begay. We're ready to go when you're ready. Two very good players. Tough draw for each of these guys. You got to play one of the best players in the tournament. It's a race to 5. 8 ball. First round of the singles. Hey. Your button's not, your volume's not on. Second one over. Looks like Brian Begay is going to 6, and Trace is going to 5. Here with Mary.
How are you today, Bill?
I'm doing well. We sat in on a couple matches together at Nationals.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
And this is tough draw for both of these players. They're two of the best in the tournament, and they get each other first round.
Yeah. I don't know Brian, but I do know Trace.
Yeah, Brian's a very good player.
And they're both in my bracket.
In your bracket?
Yeah, I'm playing the mixed gold.
Oh, you're not playing the women's?
I'm playing the women's too. But that doesn't start till tomorrow. I'm going to see what kind of damage I can do with the mixed first.
Well, and it gives you table time under pressure, which will help.
I like the challenge. So.
Yeah. Well, Trace made a ball,
yep.
So he's got an open table. They're both run-out players.
His only problem on this is the 1 ball, and he can probably nick that when he goes up for the 3.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 ball's a good ball to break that out with. Yeah, if he can somehow get on the 7 ball.
Well, I think he'll probably roll.
He may be able to shoot that right now on the side.
Maybe.
Or he can shoot the 5 and come
roll the 5 in and then play the 7 in the side of the corner, depending on where he gets and how far forward he wants to go.
He's just going to roll it in, or is he going to go to the cushion and out? Oh, he's doing something different. I think he might have done that because the 7 will probably go into the left corner.
Yeah.
And he can get on that ball.
He's probably worried more about the 1.
Yeah. Well, he's in position right now to take care of that.
That was actually a really smart play.
Perfect.
Yep.
He should be okay. 1 ball, 6 ball, 7 ball. And all important 8 ball.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to play that 7 ball before that 6 ball.
Yeah, that's probably smart. And if he didn't get his position on the 7, he still had the 6 to work with, too.
Just to keep it nice out and open. You probably got a little more angle on that than he wanted. He might go two rails and come around to the other side. Yeah.
Bump. Okay.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah, it's not probably exactly where he wanted to be.
No.
But
Trace has the distinct advantage of being very tall.
Yeah, he can reach it.
He can reach it even.
Yeah. 1-0, break and run, first match, first game.
Makes it easy.
Whoops. So 1-0 Trace. His alternate break, so it's Mr. Begay's break. Nice break.
Yeah, he's got a pretty wide open table too.
Mm-hmm. Can you say stripes?
That is what I would be looking at real hard.
That's my first instinct there is stripes. Mainly because he's got an easy starting shot. And
Yeah, he's got a good go
the
shot.
stripes are pretty well open. The 12-14 looks like the combination is dead on to the pocket. So, no, he's not starting with that ball. Okay.
Is he playing the 6?
Yeah,
He
he's
is
going with
playing the
solids.
6.
Okay.
He must like that 5-2 combo or 3-2 combo.
Well, he's got the 5.
He's got the 5, but it looks like he wants to play that 3-2 combo right now.
Boy, okay.
Well, he likes that.
Yeah.
But he could have left himself a little better.
He could shoot the 5, but I don't think he could hold the cue ball from
No.
the 3, but he can come back to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to run out this table, that's for sure.
What do? You shoot this 4 on the side and just spin between the 9 and the 8, maybe? Not sure.
I might just like pop it off the rail and then play the 5.
Yeah, you want to get fairly straight on the 5 if possible. Well, he can probably
because he's got the 3.
Yeah.
That he got a little steeper than I think he wanted to.
Yeah, this one's a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I'd have probably played that 4 in the corner so that I could hold that at a better angle.
Yeah.
Cue ball.
Well, let's see where he goes with the cue ball here. He's got too much angle to hold it. Oh, perfect.
Oh, he hit that really nice. He
Yeah.
really had to worry about the hitting that 14
Yeah,
because if he
yeah.
hits that 14, it makes it really rough.
He's in really, really good shape here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that neither of these players are doing anything big with the cue ball. They're just playing center table and take the shots, and they're.
Well, they traded breaking runs.
Yeah.
These guys aren't messing around. Good pool.
And fast. They're playing fast.
Now on our screen here, we've got the score and we've got a little bit a box around their names. Does that doesn't show up on the screen?
No, that's just from me changing the score.
Yep. Okay.
This is a really nice venue too. I'm really impressed with it.
Well, this is your first time here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's been here for a number of years. I don't know how many years. 7, 8, 6.
Wow.
I don't know.
This is a nice venue.
Yep. Well, that's not too bad.
I don't think he's loving it.
No, he's got the 7 ball and the, is that the 11 ball along the, no, that's
The 12 ball, I think, on the rail?
No, that's the 13 ball.
Okay.
7 and the 13 are tied up. And those are the big issues.
Yeah,
if you take stripes, you got the 15 and the 11 are tied up. He's got good opening shots for either group.
Yeah.
But he might be able to take care of that 2 balls on the
think he's
cushion
looking
there
at it
right
now.
Yeah. Okay, that worked.
That good.
Well, Can he make the 9?
He thinks he can.
Well, if he can make the 9, he can just stop the cue ball right there, and both 14 and 15 and 11 go up in the corner.
Yeah.
Or the 11 up in the corner and the 14 in the corner by the 6.
Yep, I see the path now.
I think he's laying
11,
perfect.
14,
Yeah.
12, 13-8.
He's laying perfect right now.
They're all straight in from here, right?
Yep. Yeah, he can just basically stop his cue ball right here, shoot the 12, stop his cue ball. He'll have an angle on the 13, but that's okay. Neither one of these players waste a lot of time.
No.
These are the type of matches that get you right back on schedule.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah. I guess you just, go across table and pop out a little bit for shoot the 8 in the corner.
Yeah.
Don't try to do anything fancy. Just a center ball will be fine.
Yeah, he's just going to roll it in. Come across the table, hit the rail and back, and
he went a little
get
hard.
A big tweener.
Yeah. Although it's
He
a ball
doesn't.
he's supposed to make.
Yeah, he's supposed to make that all day.
Well, 3 games in the books, 3 breaking runs.
3 breaking runs.
And Trace is only going to 5. Brian's going to 6. So
No. Yeah.
big advantage right now for Trace. It puts pressure on Brian to break and run here. We don't have a score sheet for them.
Okay. I was going to see what their Fargo rates were.
I'll get it.
So it's Brian's break now. Let's see how he's going to answer Trace's last break and run. Well, that is one thing he did not want. Dry break gives Trace the opportunity to widen his lead. And Brian's already essentially given Brian has already given Trace a game on the wire because of the race difference. So Brian broke.
Did he break
dry. Yeah, and that.
Wow.
Is.
Well, these 2 guys got really outstanding Fargo rates. Trace is 658. Brian's 697. That's top flight players there.
Yeah. Brian's already, as I was saying, is already essentially giving Trace one on the wire because of the difference in the races, and now by breaking dry, Trace has an opportunity to widen that gap.
Yeah.
I can't tell if he made it past to where he can see that three ball.
Well, if he can make the 3, he's in really good shape because now he's got the 1 trouble ball out of the way. 7 ball was tied up and it's not now. Yep, he got kind of in between here.
Yeah. He's got 2 ways to play this. He can either play the 2 and come over the rail, or play the 1 and try to come off over the rail. I like the 2 better.
I do too. You're less likely to get in trouble.
Yeah. And save the 1 to get on the 8 ball. Oh.
Boy, he was worried so much about his cue ball there.
He kind of moved on the shot.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic.
He opened the door for Brian. I'd be pretty certain that Brian's going to get out here. He doesn't have anything tied up.
Nope. Just a lot of connect the dots here.
Yep. Boy, if Trace would have got out there, he would have been had a huge advantage in this.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be kicking himself a little bit on that last one. You just can't, even on these bar boxes, especially a player like Trace who plays a lot of big tables.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy sometimes to take things a little bit for granted, and that was a tough shot. And trying to hold a cue ball like that,
Yeah.
you really gotta take your time and.
Well, you don't get to shoot the next shot if you don't make the shot you shoot.
Yep. That is a truism there.
He got a little bit careless there. I think he's
He's okay.
okay,
I think
but
he can just stop the ball and play
yeah.
the tin in the corner. Just basically cinch these two balls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hit that real nice.
Shoot the 10 and stop.
Yep. These guys are making this game look as easy
Mm-hmm.
as we all wish it was.
Yeah.
Telling you, I was at the bar box last week and I was watching Shane play in the finals against
Yeah.
Jason Klatt, and they were making this look a lot harder than these two guys.
Yeah.
They were taking a lot longer to run out, I'll put that way. They were both running out,
Yeah.
but they weren't doing it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're only about, maybe 10 minutes into this set, and it's
Yeah.
4-4, 2-2, I'm sorry. And again, Brian's going to 6 and Trace is going to 5, so
Yeah.
Trace still has the advantage. It's his break. I believe he's broken, ran out both of his breaks.
Yep.
Brian broke and ran his first one, and then
Broke dry.
broke dry, and Trace made a mistake, and Brian ran out. So you make one mistake with these two guys, and that's pretty much game over.
Yeah.
Another nice break. Made a ball.
Certainly is. They're all wide open. There's no ball touching another one, and nothing's
Yeah.
on the rail. So then you just have to.
Yeah, what do you start with? That's the big question here.
His
doesn't-
ghost shot isn't as simple, that's for sure.
Right.
'Cause unless that 14 ball goes, if that 14 goes past that 7 in the corner, that's probably what the ball I'm going to take.
Yeah. It looks like that's what he's looking at.
Yeah,
If he wanted solids, probably
maybe the one ball.
or the combination
Yeah.
on the 4, but yeah, he's going the way you suggested. Roll it in, he'll be fine. He's,
Oh dear.
boy,
I don't think he liked that shot. I don't think he was committed to his decision.
Yeah.
I don't think he really liked the decisions. I mean, it's hard when you get a good break like that and then you just don't feel comfortable with your opening shot. Or you just don't have an opening shot on the
yeah, I think
ones you want.
I think he was trying to do too much there. I thought that he
Yeah.
could shoot, just roll it in, and the ball that was next to the ball he shot, it would have stopped his cue ball right there, and there were shots available.
Yeah.
Is he shooting a combo here? He's going
He's
to take
shooting
the
the combo.
stripes. Yep.
He likes those combos.
Yep.
I'm seeing.
He's in pretty good shape.
He's in real good shape.
I don't know, does the 11 pass the 9? It can't, apparently not, or he'd probably shoot it now. So he's going to go with the 14.
I know, he's got lots of options because he could shoot the 13 down here in this corner, stop it with a 5, and get rid of the 9 that way.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't like getting on this 14 because it's in kind of a funky place with the 1 and 2 surrounding it. I think he feels like get it out of the way now because you can see it and you got a shot on it.
Well, he landed about perfect on
Yeah.
that. 11, 9, 13, 14. I think that's a 14 and 8.
Yes, it is.
Ooh.
He
Can
came a little short.
yeah, can he see the 13?
I'm not sure what he can see.
probably still be okay if he can see the 13, but I'm not sure he can.
I'm not sure he can either.
It's close. He's not sure. If he can, he just wants to roll this in pretty gently, I think. Let the, or what, draw into the 5 and just start. Well,
It looks like you can mouse a little around it. A little jump. Yeah. Oh, he hit that nice.
He did, but what does he have now?
Another one? This one might require him getting his jump cue out.
Yeah, and he'd have to draw back.
Now, I don't know if that 14 maybe goes between. I don't think that's the 14.
Well, that would be.
It's the.
That would be very fortunate if it did.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to play it there, so apparently it does.
That's the 10 ball, I think.
Oh, you know what he's going to do? Try to jump the 14 through that gap.
Oh.
Yeah, jump the cue ball.
Oh, he
Oh,
went.
no.
He just split the difference there. Wow, that was a nice shot.
Look where he landed. Perfect.
Wow.
I didn't think that would go. I thought he's jacked up. He was
No,
going to
you
try
had
to
to
jump.
go through both of those balls exactly right.
Yeah.
And that was the only way he could get this kind of position, Bill.
Yeah. Well, he landed perfect on that 9 ball.
Goodness, that was something.
Yep. Now, this is a situation where I'm surprised that all players don't have extensions now for their cue.
Yeah.
Come in quite handy. All right,
Well, that was nothing less than a nice out.
yeah.
That was.
3-2 Brian. He's going to 6. Trace is going to 2. It's
So-
Brian's break.
Now it is a race to 3.
Yeah. Now the advantage has switched over into Brian's favor
Yeah.
as he's breaking. Boy, it's amazing how one small mistake can just turn things completely around. Well, actually,
Absolutely.
Trace has made 2 mistakes.
He has.
He missed the opening shot on his break, and then he missed that 1 ball, or 2 ball. It was a 2
Yep.
ball that he missed. Cost him 2 games, at least.
Yep. Now Brian made a ball,
Yep.
but this is not a really easy table.
No,
that's
this
for
is
sure.
a little gummed up. You got this
I might
7
try
ball
to
and
just
8 ball.
take the little ones because of where that 6 ball ended
Yeah.
up. And if I can hit the 5 and then play the 2-8-6 combo.
That would work. It looks
Yeah.
like they're lined up just to where
Yeah.
that would work. Yeah.
He's probably going to draw off this 4 and then try to play the 1 or
Yeah.
the 3 in the side, I think,
Yeah,
so that
that-
he can get an angle. He wants to get rid of that. He wants to break that out. Play that 2-8-6 pretty early.
Yeah. And the 6 is laying so close to the pocket that he's
Yeah.
got a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
Basically just has to hit the 8.
He did
and
not.
it'll
He
go.
pulled off a little further than that and got stuck against that 1. I don't know.
Well, he's got room to
Yeah.
make the 3.
I think he changed his flight plan.
Yes, he did. I still like the 5 and then play the 2
Yeah.
2-8 combo
Yeah.
on the 6, though.
I'm surprised that he. Huh.
You might do it right now.
No, it looked. He got a little on the backside of that 5, and I think he wants to be a little straight on.
Yeah. That way
But
he can.
I sure hate leaving this for as long into this rack as
Well, yeah, because now
that 2 ball's going to go up table and
you won't have any safety valve if they don't lay
Yeah.
right, you know.
exactly.
Now he's drawing this ball, so I don't.
Wonder if he's.
Oh, you know
He's
what?
going to try to break it
Okay.
out. He's going to use
I didn't even think the
some
two
low
would
right,
pass.
but you know, again, saving this ball for last.
It could have landed a lot worse.
It could have landed a lot worse. It would have had it been me.
Well, Brian is
He
taking
hit that
off
really
now.
nice.
Yep, he leads 4-2. Now this is a situation where Trace really probably has to break and run here
Yeah.
to get back in the match.
If Trace wasn't feeling the pressure before, he certainly is now.
Well, he made 2 mistakes. It cost him 2 games. And then Brian broke and ran out.
Yeah.
Because Trace was ahead 2-1 with what looked to be a run-out table to go ahead 3-1. And he missed it. And now this is where we're at now. 4-2 Brian. Okay. Well,
makes 2 stripes on the break.
It looks to me like stripes is the ticket here.
2 stripes and 1 solid, it looks like.
Yeah, he got a good shot to start
he
on
did.
stripes, so he's got to get out here, and he should.
Absolutely.
Well, he got a little funny, but he's got the 10 down there as a safety valve. If he shifts the 11, he's going to go into the 4, and then you don't know what's going to happen. So I think he's got to shoot his 10 now. He's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful here. I'm guessing he's going to shoot the 11. But what do you play? Do you roll up a hair and play the 13 in the side? Off, you got the 5 sitting there to make it a bigger pocket.
He's just going to roll forward and play it.
Well, is he
play the 14 in the corner, I think.
I think he's a little funny.
He's a little funny.
He's got a little funny angle on that 13, so he is going to shoot the 14, but
he is a little funny. But
yeah,
dear.
you know, the shots he's missed is when he has, well, the 2 ball he missed by shooting it soft, but
just getting a little.
His opening shot 2 games ago was a shot that he hit really hard, and he just threw it away from the pocket. And he did the same thing there.
Yeah. You know, even though these pockets are big and it's 8 ball and you have choices, you still have to give the game. You have to be careful. Make sure you're on the right side of the ball.
That's it.
And both times he has not been on the right side of the ball.
Right. If you get out of line,
he's just come off a little bit. And
if you get out of line, bad things happen.
Because then you're forced to do silly stuff that nobody wants to do, and it makes the game much harder.
Yep. Now, just looking at this, I think you go 5 in the side, 1 in the side, and float down for these 2 balls on this end rail.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Now he's got he's got the 2 in the side, I think. Well, I thought he would have stayed a little bit further up table and just cut the 7 or the 1 in the side and just floated down for the 4 and 6. The 4 must go underneath 15 there. And now if he can just pop over and just hit
just hit that and pop up to the 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. He would like to get a little better angle, but
Yeah.
he's still okay. He can just float forward.
I always laugh when the players, they point to where they wanted the cue ball to go.
Yeah, he's just going to play that one and
And
float
everybody
forward.
watching knows what he wanted to do. You don't
Yeah.
have to tell us. Yeah, if he would have hit that 11 full, or is that the 13, whatever that ball is, if he would have hit it full, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Now it looks like, when he was looking at that, it looked like he wanted to baby it, but I think
Yeah.
he's double thinking that, maybe going to the end rail and back down.
Look out.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Well, that 15 can be a little bit of a funnel for him, that's for
Yeah.
sure. He had, wow. He had a lot more room than I thought.
Yeah.
To hit it.
Well, 5-2, Brian.
It's Brian's on the hill then.
And breaking.
I think Trace may have made his last mistake.
Yeah, he's thinking he wants to break and run out, not even let Trace get back to the table.
Oh, yeah.
Well, got two on the break. And
One of each.
what do you have for
Or
a
no.
starter shot? 2 solids, I think.
Yeah, 2 solids. I have to wonder if he's going to take the that 2-3 combo. I wouldn't, but
I probably wouldn't either.
he likes those combos, but he's looking at that 10 ball now. 10 ball.
Yeah,
I think he wanted to tap that.
Well, he nudged the 8 over to where the 9 now doesn't go in that corner. I don't know if he can see the 15. He's got the 14 up in the corner. He's got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, this is not as clear cut as it could be.
I think he's going to, well, does it 13 go? He's looking at it.
These pockets are playing pretty big for him. He had a ton of room. We can't even tell.
I'm not quite sure I like what he did, though.
That 9 ball poses a big problem for him.
Yeah.
You can't ignore it until last. Because the only pocket that it has is, the side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite side pocket. He may be trying to get on it here. No? Oh, yeah, he is. He hit it so soft to try and get there.
It may go in the corner, the left corner up there.
Yeah. Well, and he moved that 8 now. So it still doesn't go.
Yeah, he didn't move it
believe.
enough. Well, it looks like he's shooting a 15, so wow. He's got a tough spot here.
This is kind of what.
What's he going to shoot after that, though? Oh, you know what? He's going to play it off the rail, off the backside of the 8 ball.
Yeah.
It's a very makeable shot.
And it does put him, if he's able to stop the ball, he'll be able to get into that. Oh.
He didn't hit that one very well.
Wow. And those pockets were playing so big for him, I thought.
Well, Trace, you better do it, buddy. Stay in this match. Or roll up and move that 9 a little bit. Nope. he couldn't.
This is the time I kind of like to play a lock-up safe if I can find one. That before that last shot.
Yeah.
I think where he was.
Well, they're laying
But
pretty
he's just
good.
going to get out
Yeah.
now.
Now I'm just going to assume that the 8-ball passes. He can maybe make it in either corner. I'm not sure. Nicely done.
That was very nice.
Yeah, looks like he's jacking up to draw out of the scratch.
That was very nice
Okay.
out by Trace.
Yep, 5-3, and it's his break, so he's got a chance. If he could break and run out, they'd be hill.
Yep.
He's not dead yet. Saw that David Vandenberg and his wife Linda are here.
Yes, they are. They came up yesterday.
Yep. I think David needed to talk to somebody here at the hotel, but it's also they kind of use it as a little getaway for a couple of days.
It's a really nice venue.
Yeah.
And I believe we are meeting with Mike Page of Fargo Rate tomorrow here.
Oh, is he going to be here? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
He is going to be here, so that's exciting.
There's always things to talk about with him.
There's always a lot of things to talk
Yeah.
about.
He's a pretty sharp guy.
He is a pretty
Him
sharp
and his
guy.
partner, yeah. Nice break, Trace. Now, if you got a shot to start with, you should be okay. Well, yeah, he's going to take the stripes. Like the 9 up in the corner. Not sure what he's thinking for his next shot. Maybe he just pulls it back a little bit and shoots a 10 on the side. Nope, he went forward, okay. Well, he's about all he has now is the 13 ball. If he can put a little inside juice on it, he could get that 5 and 11
break
separated.
things out a little bit, and he needs to do
Yep.
that. I think that 10 ball still goes up there.
I do too.
And
I think so.
If he is able to break that out ever so nicely there, and
Yep.
he's got a shot, now he should be able to.
Yeah.
To
Well,
get out
the
of
11,
these.
I don't know. Does it pass the 5?
I think the 11 passes the 5. If you use a little table speed, I think that ball's makeable.
Well, he's just going to take that out of the equation. I
Yeah,
think it does go for sure.
now it's for sure.
If nothing else, he could play it off the side of the 5 ball. He wants to get on this 10, right? Well, no, he wants to leave the 10 for his key ball
Yeah.
to get on the 8.
Absolutely.
Trace.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
I don't know if it's the morning or the. He's just not shooting his normal.
Yeah. It's not really an excuse, but I don't think he plays a lot of 8 ball
Yeah,
or rotation games. He's a big one pocket player.
yeah.
Plays a lot of one pocket. Plays it really well, too. But he's a little careless there, too.
Yeah. Again,
You really just needed to cinch that ball.
Can't take these things
Yeah.
for granted, and you can't take your eye off the ball.
Oh, look what happened. He miscued.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Trace, you've gotten more than...
He gave him another life, and he really should get out, just shoot the ball in the
Yeah.
corner there and come up for
This
the
is now
11, and then it'll be hill.
2 games that Trace has gotten that wouldn't have been anticipated,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. Now he rolled a little bit far. Now he's got to work a little more to get on
He's
that
going to
10
come
ball
2
good.
rails
Yeah.
and come out for the 10 ball. No, he's
He's
just
just
going
going
to
to
cinch
stun
it.
it there, yeah. You don't
That
have
was a nice shot. I thought he had a little too much for that.
Mm-hmm. Just
Trace
roll
is-
this in and you're good.
Perfect.
Hill. I'm assuming he makes this inside.
Yeah.
Hill. And it's Brian's break. Again, Brian's going to 6, Trace is going to 5, and it's 5-4 Brian, so it's Hill. Thing I noticed is that Brian breaks head on. Trace plays the second ball break.
Yeah. And I like the second ball break on these tables a lot. I find that I make a lot more balls and
See, I'm
it's
just
more
the opposite.
successful.
I'm just the opposite. I'd rather hit the head ball and just cream them as hard as
Yeah.
I can. But if you come dry, your opponent's going to have a pretty easy layout usually. Well, Brian broke dry. Second
Yep.
time he's done that.
Yep.
Now this table requires a little more work than some of the others. That's a little bit gummed up. Yeah. Boy, if you're going to take solids, you want to get that one ball now.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yep. But I don't love the solids.
No, no.
That's the other thing I'm thinking.
But if you take stripes, now you got a huge problem down there.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, he landed pretty
You know,
good.
he got in there really
Yeah.
well, and this will make this rack a whole lot easier. Because now all he has to worry about really is that 2. And that 2 may play in the side.
The 2 may play in the side, and then if he gets on that,
And that's what he's looking at right now.
yeah.
And if he gets on that, then he should be clear.
Just don't roll up and tie that 8 ball up with the 9 or something crazy. You're okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now getting on the 5 is tricky.
I wonder if the 5 goes in the side.
Boy, it's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell. I think it does, looking at the table, but you need to get on it really good.
Yeah.
Which is, that's tough. But it's not so easy getting on the 5 to play it in the corner either.
No.
That's the key right now, is that 5 ball.
Yeah. When he tapped that 8 ball up, that made it really tight to get in on that 5 ball.
You know, if the 5 goes, he could shoot it right now. But that's
Yeah.
kind of risky.
I just don't think it does.
Yeah.
I just,
Hill, and you know if you miss, you're probably
Yeah.
going to lose.
yeah. Yeah. And Trace is being careful now, and he should be.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a little careless, and it has hurt him. And so he does not have that luxury any longer.
It is Hill. What do we got here? Rick just brought us a score sheet for the next match at 1:30. David Calisen and Drew McCoy. I don't know either one of those players.
Neither do I.
Well, you know, Drew's a 632, so he's a good player. David's a 519, so it's going to be a 5-3 race.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't want to give anybody that spot in
Oh,
this.
no. Yeah, Trace is really studying this out. He wants to get it right. Ooh.
Boy, I'm not sure
what
what
was
he
he
was.
Was he thinking he could play the 5 into the 3 or something if he got on it over there? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
He's got a problem now, though.
Yeah.
I don't know that he can even see one of his balls. Oh, he's kicking
He's
at the
kicking
3.
at the 3 now.
You know, if he could roll that in, he'd still have a chance to get out because he'd probably have a pretty decent shot on the 4 if he's able to do that. Yeah, I'm not real sure what he was trying to do there.
Maybe he was trying to get up there and tap the 13 and get
Possibly,
behind
yeah.
that. But,
Well, it looks like he hit this pretty good.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Wow. He's certainly not getting any love from the table. The
Yeah.
table is not giving him
Yeah, if he would have gone
any help.
directly into that 3 rather than going cushion first,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have rolled onto that 4 like that.
But sometimes, when you're struggling.
Well, kicking and to be 100% accurate is pretty difficult.
Oh,
anyway.
absolutely.
I have no clue what he's going to do here.
I'm not going to even pretend to try.
Does he have a safe of any kind?
Well, I think you can. His best safe, I think, is maybe just thinning that 4 and trying to come up into and on the 10 ball.
Tie something up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be
Just thin the 4, go to the rail, and come back up and try to get right on that 10 ball.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's definitely, well, he tried to play the carom.
Wow. I have noticed we have not seen one safety in this match.
You're right. Well, Brian's got a little bit of work to do. He's got a 13 ball that won't go into the corner. If you can get that 10 out of there, it'll go in the other corner, the far corner. He could get an angle on the 15 and go rearrange the furniture a little bit if he wanted. But that's always risky.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that I noticed that was very, very apparent last week at the bar box with Shane and Jason and
They
that
don't
level.
go into balls unnecessarily.
No, they do not
Yeah.
move the furniture. They play such good shape that they, they'll tap something to open it up, but they do not do a lot of moving furniture around and breaking bones out.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to shoot the 9, it looks like, and then he probably has the. They drew it back. Okay, I see. The key is still getting on that 13 ball. Well, he played that nicely. He's still trying to figure out what he wants to do with that 13. Still say if he gets that 10 out of there, then he can shoot the 15, 11 inside. Oh, that worked out nice. Now he can shoot the 10, a little bit of angle on the 15 to where he can come down below the 13 and shoot it up in either of the top corners. Yep, 10, 15, and then 13. Well, I figured he would have left himself a little more angle than that.
I think he's just going to float up.
Oh, it goes in the side. Okay.
Yeah, well, or the corner. I think that he's just going to play the 15 in the corner and then
I think
play the 13 in the
Yes.
opposite corner.
I think he was. He's looking at it. Goes inside.
Does it go inside?
Yeah, so he's okay.
Yeah.
You can just roll it in the
Either
side and
or.
he'll be fine on the 8-ball. I didn't realize that it went in the side. Sometimes our angle from back here, we're about 20 feet from the table. So it's kind of hard. If we had an overhead, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be
Then we can
very...
see the angles. It looks like game, set, match here. Yep.
Yep. That
Well,
was some
Mary, it's been a
nice
pleasure, and next one is at 1:30, about 15 minutes from now. I'm not sure who's going to be in here, me and you, or me and Rick, or you and Rick.
It's
or...
not going to be me because I have a match to go
Oh,
play.
well, it'll
so.
be me and Rick, and thank you.
Thank you. It was
That
a
was-
pleasure as always, Bill.
And that was kind of a pleasant match to commentate. Two really good players.
Yep. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of matches today, so stay tuned. Thanks, everybody.